So hi everyone, it's just Jonathan, Ramatundra, and Dodie Dar, and hey dude.
Good morning.
So I was wondering, just for the children, an idea we had just a moment ago about. I was mentioning too that I was going to Toronto to visit my family for a moment, and I had an idea where I wanted to play music in the corner, and you were suggesting maybe having, if you could just maybe just relive that scene where you drive up, and what happens after you drive up to the hospital with me on a spiritual action.
Understanding takes place. What happens is all about that. But understanding takes place, and that's why you're there doing your soft music.
But
It's a tender situation. The circumstances are very delicate. Everything's tender.
and that's almost like every moment, everywhere now. It's everything's tender, everything's a bit tense. It seems lately. I'm feeling it here.
When you've gone through the looking glass and you've come from being very, very great. No, you come from being the greatest, and you've gone through the looking glass into being transparent. Then the circumstances change.
So what you're saying is it's very important to be transparent?
No, I'm saying it's very important to reroute the destination of being the greatest about everything to becoming the servant, to becoming the humble assistant, the humble purveyor of comforts.
So instead of striving to be a leader, strive to be a servant to that leader?
Yeah. The topmost real leaders are the best servants. They're the servants of a whole civilization or a nation or an era of time or a part of the galaxy.
So advice to the world, if you could, at this moment.
Well, we have to take the card now and get in line and realize that we're only recipients of all this grandeur. It's not our creation.
So we should stop taking.
It's not ours to profess control and proprietorship of. It's the madness that is at the base of destroying everything.
So the idea of attempting to control the direction we go to is...
Well, when you serve, you minimize your sense of grandeur. When you serve, you minimize your sense of prominence. You get in line now, and you assist, and then you'll stabilize. That's what those people never forgot. Amid the modern turmoil of the day, the ancient races, the ancient civilizations, they've never lost sight that the ultimate analysis were servants. So if you're insensitive, what kind of a servant are you? If you're gruff, what kind of a servant are you? If you're inconsiderate, if you're infatuated, self-obsessed, what kind of a servant could you possibly be? What would you have that would be available? So it's a whole reliving experience. It's a new era. It's a new direction. It's not about hit the beaches.
So if anybody turns on channel 2 and they come across you, if you were going to...
They should gradually realize that life is for learning. They should understand that it necessitates the mercy of the lotus feet of a teacher. Like divinity, when divinity ascends, when it comes into this realm. That's what we're talking about. Then we're ready to go out and play. Otherwise, we're just...
We're attempting to play without the work.
Well, we're attempting to play without a real playground. We haven't established a place where we can fulfill our
There's
dreams.
no playground yet.
You can't fulfill your dreams.
We're attempting to play and there's no playground. Is that right?
The playground is God's grandeur, and if you don't include that in the equation, then you won't be entitled to play yourself. You think, oh, I'm going to, but it won't work that way. That's what I've been trying to explain to different people that I've known for numbers of years, and in the very recent present. And that's the only equation that has to be addressed. You only want to take care of your family. You only want to take care of your concerns. Then you're a small servant, very tiny servant. You're just working for your animal. But if you want to do something which is magnanimous for mankind, it has to be of a larger caliber. It has to be of a greater type of that thing.
Thanks, dude.
You know, he's American, Californian, understood that in these times there's riding. One has to achieve the ride. There's a ride that has to be acquired. In spite of your university diplomas and your slot in suburbia. But there's a ride that has to be, and it will always be
A ride?
the objective. It'll always be the objective is to reach that ride. So it has to be now because this is our day. This is our hour. This is our moment. It has to be now.
Sure feels like the right moment to move.
If you just keep cutting the lawn and there's gold bars falling off the trees, then you can't complain about not having money for coffee. You have to take it, rise to the occasion, take advantage of the opportunity. There's only a moment for freedom, see. There's only a moment. And in that moment, when a decision is made, it creates the next moment. And as soon as if you terminate making the decision, you'll lose your freedom. It's a moment by moment. But if you're a servant, you're personifying that decision because you don't even have time to think about any of these type of things. You're just so busy taking care of need. So if you can just take care of a little need, you got a splinter, or somebody's got an arrowhead through their eye, then one gets a greater priority, because it's a greater need. Hence,
An arrow to the eye?
yeah. Hence a more qualified service is required. I'm saying taking out the little splinter is nothing to be shunned. But if somebody can take an arrow out of somebody's eye,
That's quite...
it's a much more refined gift, and you have to value that, because that's quality. Quality never goes out of style. So you can't just say, oh well, we don't care because it wasn't my eye or the splinter in my foot. But you have to realize that that's the existence of quality when somebody can serve in such a capacity. Who can give freedom? You think that's just like people learned at Harvard? It's a divine. It's a bestowal. It's a divine dispensation. Because what is keeping everything is divinity, not mankind. Mankind's not stabilizing the cosmos. So if any adjustments are going to be made, it's going to come from the realm of the superior, the divinity. When you're small, you're willing to ask for things. When you're big, you just push people around, you just boss things. But when you become small like that, then you say, spare change. Can you spare a dime? When you become small, then you learn to ask. When you're big, you just dictate. You'll never get far.
So
it's a false premise. That's why I say it's a false premise. It's the epitome of materialism. It's the epitome of materialism. We will dictate to everything and everyone for my wants. What if everybody felt that way? What do you think the world would look like it does today, right now, this second, down to this point in time, losing time? See? Because that's the prevailing ethic I want. I need to fulfill my want. See? So how can they be even servants?
So we have to say, how can we fill our wants?
If you don't accept God, then you don't accept God, then you disqualify yourself from playing at the table. It's like saying, I want to sit here, but I don't believe in poker. It's a contradiction of terms. Because isn't it obvious, right? It's way out of our jurisdiction, and yet we go around like little roosters, with our tails up in the air, going, I'm merely on my way to getting what I want.
So, dude, can you end up this with a story that would maybe relate to what you're trying?
This man, he was going downtown to get some wheat ground into flour.
Yeah.
And he had it in a basket. Right? It was covered with the cloth. And he was a hen-pecked husband. He always had to do what his wife told him.
Okay.
She'd cut him off, right? Or something like that. And so she said, go down, I'm out of flour, yes dear. So he went down, and as he was going downtown, or to the miller's shop, this gust of wind came along out of nowhere, and it doffed it off the little apron, and it fluffed out all the flour into a big cloud, and it went up into the sky. And as it was going up into the sky, he said, go Vindabog. And it translates means, oh God, I'm offering this to you. It's like, well, it's a nice sentiment, but he's already taking it, I understand. Oh, but I'm offering this to you now. But it's actually being taken. So, if a person is in pace with reality, you realize, yes, it's always like that. It's always, every second is being given and taken, given and taken. Every situation is being created and dissolved. Then you can honor the Supreme thing. You can salute being in the presence of the Supreme. If you can't see anything, just trying to push water uphill, make things this way and that way work out. Although you're still small factually, you're still operating from the attitude, I'm still big, and I'll make everything the way I want it. And even if you do, it doesn't necessarily give you what you need. It might give you what you want. And want goes on.
And so the moral of the story?
Yeah. Well, the moral of the story is sit at the lotus feet of a person who has become free from the world of illusion. You have to take that opportunity because it's an opening, and it's not every minute, every day.
Thanks, dude. Oh, dude, we got a winner here, dude.